essential or their own people. We hope that normalcy returns so that we can, our High Commission and Assistant High Commission, they can begin the normal work as soon as possible.
And here's what External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar has said a couple of days ago on this very issue. Here's what he said.
What was particularly worrying was that minorities, their businesses and temples also came under attack at multiple locations. The full extent of this is still not clear.
So all of that is happening in Bangladesh right now, despite all the denials being issued by an ecosystem here in India. But all eyes are also on ousted Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. She is on Indian soil and has been for the last 4 days with no real clarity on where she's going to go next or even if she's going to go anywhere. Today is Hasina's 4th day in India. She landed here on the 5th of August as she fled to save her life in violence hit Dhaka. Her own house was completely overrun by protesters. Sources tell India today that Sheikh Hasina's associates who'd come along with her in that military aircraft that landed at the Hindon airbase on August the 5th have now started moving out of India to new destinations. They can't apparently go back to Bangladesh for fear of their lives. The members of the protocol office deployed with the Bangladeshi entourage helped them to buy clothes and daily use items from nearby locations near the Hindon airbase, which falls in the Ghaziabad district of Uttar Pradesh. The two sides have discussed present and future plans of the ousted Prime Minister. Sheikh Hasina, remember, is seeking political asylum in Europe, the UK, and India has made arrangements for her short as well as long-term stay. How long is not clear at this point of time. Meanwhile, Sheikh Hasina's son has said she will be back in Bangladesh once democracy is restored.
External Affairs Minister has already explained the approval for former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina to come to India was given at a short notice. The situation, as you know, is still evolving as far as Bangladesh is concerned. It would not be appropriate for me to comment on her plans.
I want to break down for you in great detail now because we've only now come to understand what the exit of Sheikh Hasina from Dhaka actually looked like. Look at what our team has put together to give you a sense of just how dramatic and how close a call Sheikh Hasina had when she was hounded out and had to hightail it out of Dhaka and into India. 10 o'clock in the morning, the Ghana Bhavan, that's the Prime Minister's residence, there was reports of fresh violence right outside. This is when the panic buttons started. This is what the house of the Prime Minister in Dhaka looks like from the air. Protesters began marching towards the Prime Minister's residence. They were armed. There was a promise of violence. That's how close the protesters actually got to the residence. Just 3 hours later, by 1 p.m., Sheikh Hasina was briefed by a senior police officer. Half hour later, her sister and she were convinced by the authorities to leave. Her son convinced her to leave over a call from the United States where he lives. He said, now is the time to get out. While all this was happening, remember, the protesters were getting nearer and nearer. She had to be pulled out by about 220, taken in a car to the Tejgaon helipad by car. There was one secret exit that they actually took in order to avoid all the huge crowds that were there. And that's where these images, which went viral later, came to the fore. That helicopter of the Bangladesh army picked up Sheikh Hasina and flew her to the Kurimtola airbase, which is on the outskirts of Dhaka city. 2:30 p.m., an SOS call was made. A flight plan was charted with Delhi, which very quickly processed the request under fear of Sheikh Hasina's life. A C-130J aircraft was waiting for her, and as we then know, it flew her straight to the Hindon airbase, 15 kilometers from Dhaka. Shivani Sharma is live with us from Delhi. Junaid Khan is a senior journalist who's live with us from Dhaka. Shivani, I want to quickly come to you first. No clarity just yet on what's going to happen with Sheikh Hasina. You know, preparations have obviously been made for a long-term stay as well as, keeping all options open in case something opens up for her in Europe or the United Kingdom or elsewhere. What are your sources telling you? Because most of her team have apparently left India now.
Shiv, it's day 4 for Sheikh Hasina in India, and a little while back from now, the MEA spokesperson was holding a press conference, and he says that it would not be appropriate for him to disclose the plans as of now. But what we understand from the inputs that our sources have been giving us, that she might soon leave the Indian soil. She's already into talks with certain nations. Some nations have also approved, but the process is taking time because this is not a normal escape that she wants. She needs a political asylum, so the formalities are to be met. So she might leave the Indian soil in a few days, but Indian government is cooperating with her. They are helping her to decide and to take her own time to go from here. So that is why they are all prepared for a long as well as for a short visit, for a short stay here in India. But yes, the MEA is not disclosing much as of now, and the people who were accompanying her have already started leaving India.
Okay, so it's basically a lack of clarity over precisely when Sheikh Hasina will be able to make that exit from India and for how long she's actually going to stay here. Junaid, coming to you, it's a big day in Bangladesh. The interim government will be sworn in, in a few hours from now. In Dhaka, Mohammad Yunus is there. He has addressed students as well. What is the situation on the ground right now in Dhaka? Both Mohammad Yunus and other leading authorities in the country have called for calm. They've called for peace. What is the latest that you can share with us, Junaid?
Okay, after Mr. Yunus landed in Shahjalan International Airport, after that the people they are watching him on TV and his speech. He already did a press conference in airport, and after that the whole nation is watching, trying to watch his oath, which will take place in 8:30. All the preparation has been taken, and this is the time actually when people are very conscious about the situation. And after 5th August, there is no such big incident actually reported on minority or the Awami League leaders. But although in the village areas, they are trying to capture their business, and their houses are being attacked. After the oath of Mr. Yunus, Bangladeshi people are hoping that all the violence will go down, and this government will take initiative for minorities and the Awami League leaders and for all people actually. And Mr. Yunus also said he don't want any violence. If there is a violence, he will think he is not needed.
Is there going to be some kind of a crackdown on the violence immediately, Junaid? Do you see some kind of major crackdown?
I didn't get your question, actually.
Will there be some kind of major police action against those indulging in violence in Dhaka and elsewhere?
Okay, actually, there is no police right till now because police has been ordered to join their workplace by tonight. But all the thanas are being equipped by police. They are in police lines. They are in outside of this thana police or police station. This is actually predicted that Mr. Yunus will take action against the violations and also the political corruption.
Okay, Junaid Khan, thank you very much for getting us that live report from Dhaka, which we're going to look at very, very closely. Shivani also will continue to report minute by minute what's happening with Sheikh Hasina and how the government is navigating this very, very tricky, very challenging situation. Sheikh Hasina, 4 days and counting on Indian soil. On the other side of this very short break, Vinesh Phogat retires from wrestling. She has appealed against her disqualification. But we are all unanimous that she must be given a silver medal. Will she? What will the court say? Will justice be served? Let's hope so. We'll tell you more.
to say hello. One-on-one, I'm so fly. You took a nosedive. Careful when you play on my level. For you, it's so. Hey, hello.
Motorola Razr 50 Ultra. Flip the script.
Hello, Moto.
The grandest stage.
The ultimate challenge.
Where dreams are made.
And legends are born.
The pinnacle of sportsmanship.
Where new heroes will rise and old records will fall.
As the Olympic journey begins, our nation unites in a single resounding cheer. Go India, go for glory.
Go India. Go for glory. Only on India Today.
जब मुझे पता चला कि मेरे लड़के ने एक पदक जीता है, मैं उस समय टीवी के सामने बैठा था। मैंने पूरी मैच देखी थी सर। जब हर शॉट को मैं देख रहा था कि मेरा भी धड़कन एक ऊपर नीचे हो रही थी। और जब स्वप्निल ने तीसरा क्रमांक प्राप्त किया, तब हमारे घर वाले, हमारे गांव वाले सभी लोग हम खुशी से शोर करने लगे। और हमारे पूरे गांव में लोगों ने पटाखे बजाए और धूम मचाया।
तो माता जी उनके साथ उनके, हाँ।
मेरी पत्नी है ना, वो तो रोने लगी थी, बड़े खुशी से रोने लगी थी।
तो माँ का दिल ही आंसू तो अभी भी आए हैं उनके आंखों में। आप भी थे उन्हीं के साथ, रात भर जग रही थी, देख रही थी परफॉर्मेंस स्वप्निल का।
स्वप्निल की मेडल आएगी।
हाँ? मराठी मात काही कोई बात नाही।
स्वप्नील आमचा खूप चांगला आहे। त्याची कठोर परीक्षा होती त्याची। आई बाबाचं आशीर्वाद त्याला, विठ्ठल रखुमाई बसनं आशीर्वाद दिला आम्ही त्याला आणि जिंकला।
To say hello. One-on-one, I'm so fly. You took a nosedive. Careful when you play on my level. For you, it's so. Hey, hello.
Motorola Razr 50 Ultra. Flip the script.
Hello, Moto.
It's the battle of the Begums in Bangladesh. For the last 3 decades, Sheikh Hasina and Khalida Zia have ruled the country. Hasina is the longest-serving Prime Minister of the country, having ruled Bangladesh for 20 years. But now Khalida Zia gets a shot at power after being out of government for 3 terms. The former Prime Minister and Chief of the Bangladesh Nationalist Party was released from house arrest on Tuesday. A day later, the BNP held a rally, a show of strength signalling Khalida's resurgence. Khalida's eldest son, Tariq Rehman, the BNP's acting chairman, is set to return to Dhaka. While Khalida makes a comeback for her arch-rival Sheikh Hasina, it might well be the end of the road. Her son Saji Wazir Joy confirmed in an exclusive interview to India Today that she will not be returning to Bangladesh. The political animosity between Hasina and Khalida dates back to a 2004 grenade attack during a rally led by Hasina, which resulted in over 20 deaths and more than 500 injuries. The attack was blamed on Khalida's government. Her eldest son was sentenced in absentia for his alleged involvement. Further complicating matters, in 2018, Khalida and her son Tariq Rehman were convicted of embezzling foreign donations, a charge Khalida claimed was politically motivated. She was imprisoned and later placed under house arrest due to her deteriorating health. The rivalry has roots in the assassination of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, the founding father of Bangladesh and the father of Sheikh Hasina in August 1975. Hasina's party, Awami League, had its suspicions about General Ziaur Rahman's possible links to the massacre. General Ziaur Rahman, Khalida's father, became the president of Bangladesh months after Mujibur's killing. Ziaur Rahman himself was killed in 1981. The Sheikh Hasina's family has denied she will make a comeback bid. Those who have followed the Battle of Begums over the last 3 decades won't rule it out. Bureau Report, India Today.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
Deserves a silver. This can't be Vinesh's end. Dangal world unanimous. No charity, medal is hers. All Indians agree with this. Fought, slayed, booked silver. Give Vinesh silver.
This is not an emotional appeal. Everyone knows and everyone agrees that no matter what the argument, and there have been so many viewers in the last 24 hours, but Vinesh Phogat deserves a silver medal. She's India's wrestling champion. She had an assured silver medal and was headed towards that gold. She's been at the center of a whirlwind of emotions. She's completely dry on the inside when you see the latest pictures of her. This controversy following a heartbreaking, unfortunate disqualification that shattered her Olympic dreams and all of us who love and cheer for her. Phogat is receiving support from fans and fellow athletes calling for her to be awarded the silver medal. And we completely agree.
Ma, wrestling won, I lost. Forgive me. Your dream, my courage, all is broken. I don't have any strength left now. Farewell, wrestling. 2001 to 2024. She smiled after her devastating disqualification. But with her Olympic dream shattered, Vinesh Phogat is broken. In her first statement since, she announced her retirement from the sport she's given her life to. 1 billion heartbroken Indians, including Vinesh's compatriots, have asked her to reconsider her decision.
गुस्से के अंदर जो है ऐसा फैसला ले लेता है। दे ये तो दोनों जब बैठ के हम सारे बात करेंगे, गीता भी होगी, मैं भी, बजरंग भी हुआ, जब हम बैठ करके जो बात करेंगे उसको समझाएंगे भाई लड़ना है किस ने भाई क्या करना है।
Online, there is massive clamor. Give Vinesh silver is the demand. The wrestling world too is unanimous. Former Olympian Jordan Burroughs was to ask for a silver medal for India's warrior. He's also proposed immediate rule changes for United World Wrestling that include 1 kg second-day weight allowance and secured medal for both finalists after a semi-final victory, even if weight is missed on day 2. The Olympic silver has Vinesh's name on it. Phogat stunned 4-time world and defending Olympic champion Ui Suzaki of Japan in the first of her 3 matches on Tuesday. In the semi-final, Vinesh had outclassed Cuba's Yusnelis Guzman 6-0 to assure at least a silver. Through the matches, her weight was within 50 kgs. So technically, the silver that was assured to her was valid. Vinesh has now appealed against her elimination with the Court of Arbitration for Sports. She has asked that she be given the silver medal. If the court rules in Vinesh's favor, then she will be awarded a joint silver. After all, there is no one else who deserves it more than her. Bureau Report, India Today.
And joining us live, our team from Paris, who've been at the front line of reporting one of the most difficult stories, all the many twists and turns, and one of the most heartbreaking in the history of Indian sport. Nikhil Naz and Rahul Rawat, thanks for being with me, the both of you. Nikhil, I understand that it's been, a couple of days of complete heartbreak for Indian fans watching the many twists and turns this story has taken. But now everyone has a sense of what may come out from the court of, that has been moved as far as this disqualification is concerned. What are you hearing? The verdict should be out very shortly, isn't that right?
Shiv, I mean, this is the big story that we first broke on India today, that Vinesh has filed an appeal in CAS, which is Court of Arbitration for Sports. Yeah. They have an ad hoc bench here at the Olympic Games. Now, this is done by Vinesh herself, and she's taken the support of the Indian Olympic Association. Only 2 people could have done it, either the association or the athlete themselves. This has been done personally by Vinesh Phogat herself, of course, with the backing of Indian Olympic Association. Just so that our viewers understand, the case is against UWW, which is United World Wrestling. Now, she does have a glimmer of hope, albeit a very, minor one at that, because what the UWW is, what we understand, I've been in touch with a few lawyers that will be representing Vinesh Phogat. They refuse to come on record. There are going to be 4 lawyers that will be fighting Vinesh Phogat's case on a pro bono basis. Some of them are based here out of Paris. I tried to get a confirmation as to exactly what time the hearing is going to take place. What I'm picking up right now, there's a possibility that the hearing might happen online, and we do not know the exact timelines. There's a bit of a confusion, and let me just clear that, Shiv, at the moment.
Yes.
Many are thinking that there is a 24-hour deadline. Now, what I'm trying to ascertain at the moment, there were two appeals that Vinesh Phogat actually filed. One, saying that allow me to participate in the final because, you know, I reached that final fair and square, do my weighing again, and then allow me to participate in that. For that, the verdict came instantly from CAS, where they said, no, they cannot do that. The final has already been announced, and according to rules, you cannot be playing the final. So there was a 24-hour window for them to act on that. Now, the other thing that she is going to be arguing in court, or her four lawyers are going to be arguing in court, is saying, okay, now that result is done. You have a gold medalist, you have a silver medalist, but I reached that final fair and square because on the day, the first day of the bout, when I was weighed in, I was within 50 kilograms. So I've reached there. So let there be a joint silver medal now. For that, there is, I mean, what I'm picking up at the moment, because the lawyers are not coming on record and saying that, what I'm picking up at the moment, there may not even be a 24-hour window. We're still awaiting confirmation on that. So there is a possibility you get to know of the verdict right now, or there's a possibility it may come in a few days as well. So we're waiting on that. But what we can confirm for sure is that the hearing is definitely going to take place at the CAS, and four lawyers that have been appointed by the Paris bar are going to be arguing for Vinesh Phogat.
Okay, very important clarification. It may not be a 24-hour deadline. It may actually be longer than that. We're hoping it won't, but we will keep our eyes on that. Rahul, bringing you in, a very sad, very heartbreaking social media post by Vinesh earlier today in the morning. We also saw those pictures of her with Abhinav Bindra, where it is clear that she's been weeping, despite how dehydrated she is. What are you hearing from Team Vinesh right now? You know, all these things happening, all the questions being asked. How is she taking everything? And is this really the end of Vinesh's career? Is she really bidding farewell to wrestling?
Well, that she's already made public, Shiv. As things stand, we've already seen a lot of heartbreaks here, a lot of fourth place finishes, but none worse than this. Because here we thought a day before she came for her weigh-in, it seemed that at least India will not go empty-handed. At least India will get that silver medal, if not a gold, because she had already beaten that world champion, the Olympic champion. So she was a sure shot contender for that gold medal. But as of now, I can understand the sentiments. The emotions are overflowing back in India. But here, having spoken to a lot of people, they are a little practical, and perhaps some of those people, in fact many of those people, have seen things like that. Although in medal contention, if somebody has been pushed out of the final, that's rarest of the rare case. And a court of arbitration, just for the benefit of our viewers, I'm sure you must have explained it, it's just a court of law. So you have lawyers, so you also have to see how and who defends her against the UWW. Now UWW is the world body, and she has filed her case against UWW, and that is the reason, Shiv, last evening UWW issued a statement explaining as to how and what happened during their meeting with the PT Usha and the WFI President Sanjay Singh. And they explained the exact point that PT Usha had made, and that is exactly the point that Vinesh has also made in her appeal before the Court of Arbitration for Sport.
Okay, we're going to keep a very, very close eye on it. And thank you, Nikhil and Rahul, for, detailing what to expect today. We will manage our expectations accordingly, but we will be keeping many pairs of eyes on this developing story. Rahul and Nikhil in Paris, bringing you every aspect of it. Remember, it was they that broke every aspect of the story that is now unfolding and occupying so much mind space, rightfully so, here in India, as we hope for a silver at least for Vinesh Phogat. Well, remember that the heartbreak over Vinesh Phogat has in many ways clouded some of the other stories regarding Indian stars in Paris. Boxer Nishant Dev in my view, has been robbed of a medal at the Olympics. The sports star expressed his disappointment after losing a split decision quarter-final bout at the Paris Olympics to Mexico's Marco Verdi Alvarez in the 71-kilogram category. Nishant Dev, who had previously defeated Alvarez, felt the judging was unfair, and so do many experts. Vijender Singh and many veterans believe that he was robbed of the medal. I watched the match and I think he was robbed of the medal as well. He dominated the early rounds but lost the match. He criticized the judging system and called for the International Olympic Committee to address these issues, expressing that India's chance for a gold medal was lost due to what he perceived as poor, incompetent officiating. Nishant's loss, which ended India's hopes for a men's boxing medal, sparked controversy and calls for a review of the judging process, not just by Indians, but boxing stars around the world. A story that I definitely wanted to share with all of our viewers today. This is Bihar's bridge to nowhere. Just take a look at this picture, viewer. This is a bridge built bang in the middle of a field, a bridge of lies, incomplete, with no roads on either side. Bihar is already facing the heat over its crumbling infrastructure vis-a-vis bridges. You've seen on this show how I have pretty much listed all the bridges that have collapsed just so far this year. Well, this particular bridge to nowhere has gone viral for all the wrong and right reasons. Why did India's poorest state allot up to 3 crores of rupees for a bridge of this kind? Take a look. Parmanandpur village in Araria in Bihar has a new landmark. A bridge right in the middle of a field with no approach road. It was built under a rural works department project valued at around 3 crore rupees and included a 3-kilometer road as well.
ये पुला बनने से हम लोग बहुत खुश थे कि मैं रोड नहीं था, 1 किलोमीटर आगे पीछे रोड नहीं है। हम लोग सोचे कि रोड भी बन जाएगा, पुला पर जाने आने में दिक्कत हम लोग को नहीं होगा। हम लोग सोचे कि सर प्राइवेट जमीन पड़ता है, दोनों तरफ से हम लोग दे करके रोड बना देंगे। अभी तक ठेकेदार किसी को नहीं पूछा।
तो पहले जमीन वाला सब कहा कि जो हम जमीन देंगे, रोड में थी पुला बनाइए। अच्छा, अब फिर अब क्या बात है उसमें, जमींदार सब कहता है कि जी नहीं, हमको जमीन के दाम चाहिए।
तो फिर इस पुला का क्या फायदा होगा?
क्या फायदा होगा? वो आप जब जमीन वाला जमीन नहीं देगा तो क्या फायदा होगा? कुछ नहीं होगा।
But questions are now being raised on why this bridge was built if no land was available for that road. District authorities have stepped in after a video of this bridge went viral on social media.
समाचार के माध्यम से हम लोगों के संज्ञान में आया, उसका संज्ञान लेते हुए तत्काल हम लोगों ने एक रिपोर्ट भी कार्यपालक अभियंता ग्रामीण कार्य विभाग से मांगा था। जमीन की उपलब्धता, जमीन का प्रकार इत्यादि उसकी सावधानी बढ़ती करी कि नहीं। जांच रिपोर्ट आने के बाद इस पर आवश्यक कार्रवाई भी की जाएगी और ये सुनिश्चित किया जाएगा कि वो उपयोगी बने और जिस कार्य के लिए वो किया गया था वो कार्य पूर्ण हो सके।
Bihar has been in the news for a series of non-stop collapsing bridges, pointing to a legacy of corruption and bad planning. This one has hit the headlines as the bridge to nowhere. Who is responsible and will heads finally roll?
यह पुल कहीं न कहीं विभागीय अधिकारी और संवेदक के मिलीभगत का एक जीता जागता प्रमाण बना हुआ है, जिस पर सरकार को निसंदेह एक्शन लेना चाहिए। हालांकि डीएम के द्वारा एक्शन लेने की बात तो कही जाती है, मगर जिस तरह से मामला सुर्खियों में आने के बाद, सोशल मीडिया पर मामला वायरल होने के बाद प्रशासनिक अधिकारी इस अधूरे काम को पूरा करने में लगे हैं। परमानंदपुर अररिया से इंडिया टुडे के लिए अमरेंद्र कुमार सिंह।
And Amarendra Kumar Singh is live with me from Araria, Bihar, where that bridge is. Amarendra भाई, ये सच्चाई क्या है इस पुल के बारे में जो खेत के बीच में बना हुआ 3 करोड़ रुपए का प्रोजेक्ट है? कुछ लोग बताते हैं कि 2 महीनों के लिए नदी बहता है इस ब्रिज के नीचे से। तो सच्चाई क्या है? ये क्या, किस चीज का पुल है ये?
सच्चाई तो यही है कि विभागीय और ठेकेदार की जो मिलीभगत है, उससे ऐसा लगा कि ये सच्चाई है कि लोगों तक वास्तविक बात नहीं पहुंचे। ये सच है कि ये एक नाली के रूप में यहाँ दुलारदेवी नदी है, जिसकी अहमियत सिर्फ बरसात के महीने होती है। 1-1.5 महीने इसमें पानी बहता है, इसके बाद फिर यहाँ पानी नसीब नहीं होता है। मगर 8 महीने से ये ब्रिज बना हुआ है, उसके बाद ये गुमनामी के अंधेरे में खोया हुआ था, किसी ने इसकी सूझ नहीं ली। लेकिन ना तो इस ब्रिज का सड़क मार्ग से इसका कनेक्शन हो पाया, नहीं इसका कुछ हो पाया। उसके बाद स्थानीय लोगों ने आक्रोश किया कि दरअसल जब इसका कोई कनेक्शन ही नहीं है सड़क से, तो ये खेतों में ब्रिज बना करके फायदा क्या है। जब ये बात जब मीडिया की सुर्खियों में आई, सोशल मीडिया पर वायरल हुआ, तो फिर RWD जो ग्रामीण कार्य विभाग है वो हरकत में आई और डीएम ने इसको डीएम के संज्ञान में आने के बाद जांच के भी आदेश दिए। दरअसल 8 महीने पूर्व ही इस पुल को बना दिया गया, नहीं तो इस पुल में कोई अप्रोच है, नहीं इससे संबंधित कोई रोड है। करीब 300 मीटर की दूरी पर एक रोड जाती है जिससे इसको कनेक्ट किया जाना है, लेकिन अभी वहां तक पहुंचना बहुत मुश्किल है। ग्रामीणों का कहना है कि ये मीठी जगह है, जब तक इसको अधिग्रहण नहीं किया जाता है, जब तक मुआवजे की बात नहीं होती है, तब तक इस पर सड़क का निर्माण कैसे हो सकता है। और अंततः बात भी सही है, जब मामला हरकत में आया, जब मामला काफी संख्या में आया, तो अब जो RWD है और
अमरेंद्र भाई, हमसे जुड़ने के लिए बहुत शुक्रिया। अररिया से जहां पे ये पुल का जो तस्वीर है पूरा वायरल जा चुका है, हम इस पे ध्यान रखेंगे, हम सवाल उठाएंगे इस पुल के ऊपर। थैंक यू वेरी मच Amrendra for joining me live from Araria. Remember, this is India's poorest state, and it's a state where as many as 18 bridges of different vintages have collapsed inexplicably right through this year. A story that you saw first here on India Today. We've got some breaking news coming in now. Big news coming in. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar will be visiting the Maldives later this month from the 9th to the 11th of August. Remember, this is important because it will be the first visit by an Indian government official to Maldives following the diplomatic spat between the two countries and also following the election in which a pro-China dispensation has come to power. This is the first Indian visit since the diplomatic standoff that took place last year. S. Jaishankar headed to Maldives 9th to 11th of August. Well, that's it on 5 Live. Thanks so much for tuning in. 6 p.m. Prime with Akshita is next. The big Parliament showdown over the Waqf bill. The Modi government is looking to completely overhaul the Waqf Act, which has engendered India's largest land mafia. But guess who is not happy?
To say hello, I'm so fly. You took a nosedive. Careful when you play on my level. For you it's so. Hey, hello.
Motorola Razr 50 Ultra. Flip the script.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola Razr 50 Ultra comes with Google Gemini.
Hi, I am AI anchor Sana, bringing the top headlines for you, presented by Motorola. Center tables Waqf Amendment Bill 2024 in Lok Sabha. NASA says Sunita Williams may remain in space till February 2025. PM Modi to visit Wayanad landslide site on 10th August.
महावीर जी, जैसे विनेश ने छोड़ दिया है, आप और लड़कियों को पहले क्या मैसेज देना चाहेंगे?
देखिए, और लड़कियों में ये मैसेज देना चाहता हूँ, जो हमारी लड़कियाँ जो सबसे पहले जो रेसलिंग में जो गीता ने जो ओलंपिक क्वालिफाई किया था, उसके बाद में जो है साक्षी ने किया, बबीता ने किया, विनेश ने किया, और अब की बार हमारी जो है 5 लड़कियां जो है ओलंपिक क्वालिफाई करके मैच लड़ रही हैं। तो मेरा ये संदेश है बेटी, जो है अगले ओलंपिक के लिए जो 28 के लिए आप अभी से तैयारी से शुरू कर दें। और मैं उनके माँ बाप कोचिंग से भी यही रिक्वेस्ट विनती करता हूँ भाई, जो आज विनेश जो वहाँ तक पहुँच गई थी, तो हमारी जो और बेटियाँ हैं वो आज से जो 2028 ओलंपिक के लिए तैयारी करें। और जो दुनिया में 1 नंबर पर आने के लिए उन्हें बहुत ज़्यादा मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी, और आज से शुरू कर दें, ताकि हमारे जो आज जो देश को बड़ा जो दुख हुआ है, जो मेडल नहीं है, तो इसका बदला तभी जो वही होगा जब आप 2-4 जो गोल्ड मेडल लेके आएंगी।
ओके, आप विनेश को क्या कहना चाहेंगे, आगे वो क्या करें अगर वो रेसलिंग छूटती हैं तो करियर में?
ये तो दोनों जब बैठ के हम सारे बात करेंगे तभी होगी। मैं भी बजरंग भी हूँ, जब हम बैठ करके जो बात करेंगे उसको समझाएंगे भाई लड़ना है किस ने भाई क्या करना है। ये आने के बाद में 5-7 दिन बाद में बैठ के सब बात करेंगे।
Weather forecast now. Delhi, maximum 33 and minimum 26 degrees. Mumbai, maximum 28 and minimum 26 degrees. Kolkata, maximum 32 and minimum 26 degrees. Bangalore, maximum 25 and minimum 21 degrees. Chennai, maximum 31 and minimum 25 degrees. Hyderabad, maximum 27 and minimum 22 degrees.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
Just came around to say hello.